Good afternoon, guys, and happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. I'm exhausted, guys, because we were up at, I was up at like 6:45, I think, this morning. Actually, I think sort of on accident, I forgot Aldi doesn't open until 9 a.m. I thought they opened at 8 a.m. So, like, yeah, we're up pretty early this morning, like maybe around 6:45. I think I woke up. I think I finally got out of bed at like 7:30, again thinking that Aldi opened at 8. So I told you guys, I mean, for the most part, there wasn't a whole ton of stuff that was really like going on in a lot of the stores that we really needed or anything. There wasn't a whole lot of sales going on, nothing that I felt like I really missed out on not getting, because again, stores in our area right now have just been crazy and stuff has been totally sold out. And I told you guys yesterday, we probably looked like the crazy ones that went into Jewel yesterday to buy 5 items. Which was almost all perishable items too. Like, we got potatoes and cantaloupe, and I don't know, there's some other fruit or vegetable or something like that we got from Jewel. And then I got 2 bottles of that, my favorite buy drink. Anyways, so we ended up, like I said, going there, and there was a couple of other little things at Valley Produce and Caputo's that they had. We were able to get most of the shopping done, but then we went to the Aldi that we normally shopped at, and they were stinking sold out of everything. There was no like canned anything. There was no, you know, their produce section looked like, I mean, there was nothing left. There was like a sparse bag of like lettuce or so like on the shelves, but they had literally nothing. There was no bananas, oranges, apples, strawberries, nothing. So we then went to Menards, hoping that their water that was actually only on sale for $2 would be there. That was kind of not most likely wasn't gonna be found. And we had to pick up dog food anyway because it was on sale, and we're about halfway through our bag that we bought last time it was on sale. So we've actually been ahead of the game with dog food, so I didn't want to wind up behind. So again, got that and picked up a few little things at Menards yesterday as well. Just a couple little snack things that they actually had on sale and were actually still in stock of, which they weren't actually that horrible, but again, almost our entire can section was gone. They had a ton of cans though on the end cap, but again, they're not a store that's normally used to selling that many groceries, you know, so I you know, what they have in stock is pretty much what they have. And they don't keep like in the back kind of stuff, you know, like some other stores do. But we ended up, like I said, went to our Aldi. Our Aldi, we got there right around 8 o'clock, and the manager was like, oh, to us and another lady, like, oh, we don't open until 9 o'clock. And I was like, I knew this. I always have known this, and for some reason I completely forgot. So like I said, I don't know why I did, but we went to then Menards hoping maybe we'd be able to find, again, maybe some water there, or see if they just had anything that they didn't have last night, which wasn't the case. So we ended up going, actually just got our newspapers like normal, and my dad actually found these not sanding sponges, they're like, the word is on the tip of my tongue, guys, and like I said, I'm so stinking tired right now, I can't remember what the name of it is, but like for patching holes, you guys kind of know what I'm talking about. Spackle, maybe. I think they're called like spackling sponges or something, and he was looking for them all over the last time we were there and could not find them, and today found them. So I was like, we probably again look like the crazy people that came in here for newspapers and just a pack of sponges, when everybody else is like out buying, you know, all of the essentials that they need and stuff like that. So it was probably looking a little bizarre, but there was actually like hardly anybody there, and there was people like regularly just shopping for like actual like tools and stuff like that that you buy at Menards. Like maybe a few people for the, you know, food section and, you know, personal care section, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, we ended up going to Aldi, which was kind of crazy because there was a line that has started outside of our Aldi at 8:30 when we got there, because it only took us, like I said, a few minutes at Menards, and we came back, and our Menards is right down the street from Aldi. So we ended up going back there, and we were like waiting in the parking lot, because they're like, well, we're not gonna just go home to come back in like less than 30 minutes, even though we're right down the street from Aldi. So we were like, you know, let's just wait here. And they, like I said, there was a line that started forming sort of around our Aldi, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is kind of crazy. So we ended up waiting, and then they ended up actually opening the doors like 12 minutes early to people to go in. So people started going in. That's when we actually then finally actually got out of the car, and then because my dad's like, it's gonna make no difference if we wait in line or if we, because I mean the line wasn't that huge, but there was a line starting to form. So my dad was like, it is gonna make no difference if we are in line right now or if we are trying to like just go grab a cart when everybody actually gets into the store. So that's what we ended up just waiting and doing. And we got in, and we actually let two ladies went ahead of us. We were like, go ahead, because they thought like we were waiting in line too from the side that we came in on, and we were like, no, go ahead, you know, and stuff like that. And one lady was super nice. She was like, oh, thank you so much, I hope whatever you're looking for, you know, today you're here to find. Which I told you guys the biggest thing that we were probably most worried about was making sure that we got our corned beef. That was probably the biggest thing I was most worried about. We went into our Aldi, and it was like complete night and day to the other one. There, everything was stocked. I mean, again, we obviously went there first thing when they opened, so they probably were. But the Aldi we were at yesterday had said about water, because I told you guys we were running low on water for like, you know, what we normally have. I said we could probably last maybe about 2 weeks or so on what we had, but I mean, we were totally stocked up at one point about a month ago, and we haven't bought water in a while because it hadn't been on sale. So now that everybody else is buying up all the water, and like the water that's even on sale, when again, for a couponer, you realize to shop the cycles, wait, stock up when something is super cheap, and then you buy it when it's more expensive. So before this whole thing was even a thing, we were stocked up in water probably about a month ago. But then again, over the last few weeks, maybe about 3 weeks or so, you know, we've obviously dwindled our supply down an awful lot. And so when I saw at Menards it was on sale, water was on sale, I was like, oh, don't worry, we can just grab some this week. And obviously the environment has changed a lot over just this last, like, I'd say the last really 5 to 7 days or so. So, you know, that idea was kind of, you know, not true. So the fact that we ended up going to Aldi, which they had plenty of water at our Aldi, they had plenty of toilet paper, and they were limiting people, which I thought was very good, you know, just a limit of 2, you know, cases of water, a limit of 2 jugs of water, a limit of 2 toilet paper, which we don't need toilet paper, we were stocked up in. The main thing we were actually going there for, my dad said probably his biggest concern would have been the water, and then also to the what's it called, like, we don't go through cases of water that often, but we don't drink tap water because our tap water is not the best, and we don't have like a built-in purifier in our, you know, water system or anything like that in our house personally. You know, like, we don't have that, so we don't drink tap water, we drink bottled water. So again, like, who knows what it's going to be like in a few days from now, or like, you know, if there is like a quarantine in our area or anything like that. So that's why we have to, you know, just make sure that we at least have enough for the next, like, you know, people are saying like 14 days or so. You know, so I think that we should be good with water. Again, we probably go through maybe about a case a week, so the fact that we did get 2 at Aldi means that we should be good. So we were able to get that, and then to, like I said, our Aldi was like completely different than the one we went to last night. And again, it was probably because we went last minute and everything, but I was able to get my canned beans too, which I said was like something I was maybe hoping for. But you know, they also had all of their fresh produce. Totally fresh produce was all there. I was able to get some strawberries, which normally when I buy strawberries and they're on on sale, I buy 4 packages. But I was like, I am just gonna get 2 because, you know, we don't need 4 packages of strawberries this week. We got a lot of other fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, and we've had, you know, I think we still have some apples and oranges and things like that left over still from last week. So I was like, I'm gonna, you know, only get 2, and you know, if there's other people that do need, you know, fresh produce and stuff like that, because stores are being limited, and you know, there's so many people that are just buying up, you know, and even too just foot traffic of extra people being in stores that normally aren't. So I think that a lot of people are buying stuff that they just see, you know, kind of thing, because that was, my dad started almost getting into that mindset yesterday, and I was like, no, calm down. I sort of did it with the chicken breast yesterday at Valley Produce, but it was cheap for chicken breast, $1.29 a pound. In a state that we're in right now, you know, is kind of an amazing price for chicken breast regardless. And isn't like between $1.50 and 99 cents per pound for boneless, skinless chicken breast is what I pay. That's smack dab right in the middle, so I picked some up. So I wouldn't say that was necessarily like, you know, like my dad's mindset was like sort of panic buying, because he's like, should we get some like Italian sausage and make Italian sausage? And I was like, no, we don't need to. I got chicken breast, like we're good. We got other stuff, extra supplies and stuff like that to make other things. So like, don't worry about that. You know, and I've got freezer dinners galore still out in our freezer. You know, that whole kind of thing. So I was like, we should definitely be good. And then on top of that too, you know, like I said, the stores were just completely different, but it was, I felt like our store though seemed like they actually had it handled way better today versus the other one we went to, because I heard somebody say that they already had put, like one of the cashiers was talking to somebody else, they had put the pallet of water that they were supposed to put out today out yesterday, and they had already ran out of it in 10 minutes. Which is kind of crazy. I don't know if that was just like an exaggeration or like, you know, them saying that and they were actually supposed to get another shipment of water today, like, you know, in the morning before the store opened or whatnot. But like, even hearing that and seeing, like I said, the shelves and the way they were and everything, you know, I felt like, you know, it was, they had a lot of stuff too. I noticed that they obviously weren't putting out, there was a ton more yogurt in the back section, but that was obviously for the next day. But they had done that with the water, and so I was like, I wonder what else they would have put out if they were like, oh, we're out of this, so let's put that stuff out today instead, and then not have anything left at all for, you know, today, which is Saturday, the next day. So I felt like at least our store seemed like they had, you know, had handled it a little bit, not better, but I think they just, you know, like, they had everything very well under control. And like, you know, they had the manager was walking around saying, you know, like walking up and down the aisle sort of, because the toilet paper and like water aisle is sort of in the same section, so it's over there just being like, limit 2 waters and 2 toilet paper, so people knew when they went up there. And then there's one person that had more than 2, and so they were like, we can't sell you more than 2 right now, and you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, the cashiers and stuff like that knew that at the register, and you know, so everything went very smoothly. And like, you know, we got our few things that we needed that, again, they didn't have at the other stores, or, you know, I think we spent honestly like under 20 bucks, but again, it was for 2 cases of water, a couple of little things I needed, like I said, the black beans, I got a thing of cereal, and we got a gallon of milk, and I got the strawberries, and we ended up getting what was the other thing? We got the corned beef too, which was the main thing that we really needed. So everything really pretty much went over pretty well. But it's just like I said, we probably, if we like didn't have to go to the grocery store next week, we probably wouldn't have to. But you know, like, I don't know, depending on how everything's going next week in our area and stuff like that, we might still wind up going out to the stores just to stock up on little things here and there that we need. But like I said, we could probably live in our house for a month and be, I mean, we'd like, with certain things we'd be fine with, and other things, you know, too, we might start to have to be like, okay, let's try and get a little creative with some stuff, you know, food wise or snack wise. But the other thing that's really hard too is that so many kids are home from school, like even Matthew too, you know, and Jack now, so food that they were getting, they're not getting anymore, so we do have to provide extra stuff. The only thing that we did forget to get was bread, but we did get rye bread, so hopefully it's not too big of a deal, but we'll see. So again, there's some stuff that kind of you know, didn't even really cross my mind. But like normally we do our normal shopping, go up and down the aisle at Aldi and buy our stuff, and because it was just so empty yesterday, we didn't. And today we just went in going, we're just literally here for 2 things, and then a couple little things perked our you know, we remembered we needed to get it and stuff like that, and just picked it up. My dad got bananas too today, but like I said, I wasn't even thinking of getting bread at all. But I think we honestly still have like a couple of loaves here and there, like maybe half a loaf of this and a half a loaf of that and stuff, so I think we're okay. Plus I just bought yeast so I can make bread, guys. That was the one thing that they did have at the store yesterday at Aldi. They had yeast, so I was like, I can make bread, because I think I told you guys I have a bread maker that we've had for a while and I've used it one time, so we'll get creative if we at all have to. But I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.